Hello everybody, it is now finally time for a highly overdue hidden asset development video. I was planning on announcing alpha testing in this video, but that didn't quite work out. The deeper I got into testing the alpha version myself, the more bugs and outright crashes I found. And there were also some gameplay elements that I wanted to change or fiddle with a bit, so I also did that. But to start off this video, let's take a look at Hensley International here, which I have finally finished. One of the art asset things I worked on to finish this map was all these small details in the various cubicles. All these wall decorations that more or less make each cubicle look unique. And on the first floor down here, I also made this whiteboard for the conference room and these tables with tea and coffee. And also some paintings here and these huge ad posters. And some more paintings up here. And for the storage rooms, I made these shelves with various stuff on them and some trash cans, and I think that's about it asset wise. I also finished all the scripting for this map, so it is fully done. I just need to test that everything works, all the various edge cases that can crop up. Gameplay wise, let's load my save game here. One of the things that I filled a bit with was how and when guards and other NPCs will react to hearing your footsteps. Because before I fiddled with this, as soon as they heard you, they would react to the sound of you and run over to investigate what that sound was or what you're doing there. So the way it worked before was that as soon as that was the sound radius going out there, as soon as that would reach a guard, he would react to it and run over to examine what was going on. The problem with that was that it didn't always make sense. For example, here, when there are other characters on this level, why would a guard suddenly react to hearing footsteps when that might just as well have been from one of these characters? So what I did was that a guard will only react to hearing your footsteps if there aren't any other NPCs close to you. So in essence, other NPCs close to you will conceal or drown out your footsteps. At least the guards won't react to them. So if let's see how I can test this here. When this guard walks up here, I'm going to go around here, and then we'll see when he reacts to me. Oh, now this guy heard me because he was close enough. I was close enough to him and far enough away from the other NPCs on this level for him to actually react to hearing my footsteps. So it makes a bit more sense now, and it's not quite as strict as it was before, because before you would walk out here without really realizing that that guards would react to you, and you would be pretty much fucked if you wanted to do a complete stealth run on a level. So it's a bit more lenient now. Now I'm getting killed here, but never mind. The other thing I changed gameplay wise was actually killing one of my bigger darlings, and that was the way that aimed shooting works. I have an old compile executable here just to remind you how the old shooting worked. Let's fire it up. So here I am, I have equipped a pistol and I want to shoot this guy. So before I could either just right click on the mouse to shoot, or I could hold down the right mouse button like this and then it would build up, and when it built up I would be allowed to aim manually and shoot. And while I think that was kind of neat, the more playtesting I did, the more annoying this whole thing was, and the more it felt like a gimmick. There were basically two issues with how this worked. Let's load it up again here. The first issue was that it was kind of cumbersome because it was there were two stages to it. Like, first you had to build up this lever here at this level, and then after that you had to manually aim and shoot. And also this screen popping up kind of ruined the flow of combat. And finally, I wasn't able to show the hit percentage chance, and that was due to the way I was checking whether or not a hit would, a shot would hit or hit a target, and where it would hit the target. It was, I previously did that in a kind of way too complex way, where I would have, let me just see if I can actually find that. No, I can't, because I don't have that file. But I would have a silhouette of the target, and the arm and the legs and the torso and the head would be slightly different colors on that silhouette. And the way I would track a shot would be to place the preliminary I completely lost my train of thought there. But the way I calculated whether or not a shot would hit was quite random and complicated enough that I wasn't able to show the hit percentage. But the way I do it now, I can actually show the chance to hit, because it is a lot simpler now, the way that it works under the hood. So now I can, like before, I can click to do an unaimed shot, and the hit chance of that would be 69% here. So I can do that and hit him, or I can hold down the right mouse button, and instead of building up for the other screen popping up where I would have to aim manually, it just now increases the hit chance the longer I hold down the right mouse button. I don't have to hold it down for it to build up all the way. I can release it early if I want, and just fire with that percentage like that. So this feels a lot better and more intuitive than the previous method, and I can. It's a lot more responsive in that I can. Now this guy's coming over. Let's do a quick aim shot at him. Nope. Let's see if I can kill him. Yeah, I could. But anyway, it feels a lot more responsive now, and I stay on this screen. I don't have to pop up some manually aiming screen display. So that's a lot better. So anyway, that's two of the gameplay things I changed during my alpha testing. I'm pretty much done with both maps for the alpha version. What I have to do for those to be completely finished and ready for testing is some more bug fixing. I currently have an issue where some characters will freeze in a run animation. And there's also an issue with transitioning from the hit animation into a run animation. For example, if I'm running and I get hit while running, then I would do the hit animation, and then I should continue running after the hit animation is done, and that doesn't always work. So I'll have to fix that. It shouldn't take long, but famous last words, this always takes longer than I anticipate. So I'm not sure when the alpha version will be ready for testing, but it's hopefully not going to be too long. Anyway, I will announce alpha testing in the next video. I don't know exactly when that will be, but I will see you then.